Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the last quarterfinal that will be taking place for the LA Sevens. Now, we already know New Zealand have confirmed their spot in the other side of the semi-final draw. Ireland or Australia will be joining them, and it will be an awesome contest just around the corner. For Ireland will be McNulty, Billy Dardis, Conway, who did an absolutely tremendous celebration yesterday in the wet conditions, slid through like he was a penguin on his belly. McDonald, Lennox, Comerford, and Mullen. Then for Australia, it is Nathan Lawson, Patterson, Clements, Longbottom, Josh, and James Turner, and then Dietrich Roach, the last Aussie in the starting lineup. But it will be Australia kicking off this matchup, going from left to right in this fixture, and has just travelled the 10, slapped back onto the side of Australia, and they will have first position in this quarterfinal. Maurice Longbottom slings it away to Roach. Now Turner, that is James Turner, got plenty of pace when he goes down the wing, and the big man now in motion with Henry Patterson going forward. Some say he's still sliding. Yeah, he got some good meters, didn't he, when he was sliding along on the belly. Now, nice run from Clements. And Koi Big says Joseph and go Australia. Says Viniana. That will be the penalty for the Aussies. Catching the Irish just a little bit within that 10 metres. Quick tap. Going to be taken now. Well, not really quick tap. They are going to be slowing it down and making sure they have themselves all set up. Go Australia. Says Ezra there. Now Josh Turner gives it off to Maurice Longbottom. Thought about going to the men who were doing the dummy runs, but instead goes out to Roach, to James Turner, getting close, driving the legs, he's over. Poor defence from Ireland. And that is going to lead to the first try of the match for the Australians. Looks like James Turner might have hurt himself in the process, but there were two Irish defenders who had him covered. And James Turner just drives with the legs, pumps them like they're pistons. He's hurt himself in the process. Looks like maybe something to do with a bit. I want to say it's either ankle or hamstring. Something in that leg, though, isn't quite feeling the way that he wants it to. And James Turner managed to make his way over the try line for the first of the match in this quarterfinal. A very tough kick for Dietrich Roach. Doesn't get the distance nor accuracy on it. So that will remain at 5-0. They're selling cotton candy. It is a very large post of cotton candy as well, I should mention. I haven't had cotton candy since I was about 12. Somewhere around there, probably. 5 minutes still left in this first half. Now, waiting for James Turner. He's not looking great, James Turner. I'm trying to work out what part of that leg it is. Either way, it is that left leg, so he might not be back, whether that is for the fifth place playoff game or perhaps for the semi-final. The Australians are able to get themselves the victory, but now Dietrich Roach going to be kicking off this one again for the Australians. It's that one 10 metres, nicely taken in behind by Matthew McDonald. Good drive from him as well with the legs. Now 35 metres out from their own line. Should mention that they don't actually have Mark Roach in the starting lineup. Normally he has quite the impact off the bench for Ireland, so that is normally the system that they go with. We have got there, come on you boys in green. Says Mountains of Asylum and also Australia to win this match. More Australia, more, and good day, mate. Says Peter, welcome in. Cotton candy. Candy floss is our candy floss up here. Yeah, I think we call it candy floss too, I believe. Why is it called cotton candy? But then why is it called candy floss as well? Okay, so let's see what Irish have for the Aussies in this one. Now, it's going to be going away to the right-hand side. Dietrich Roach almost through, finds the miracle offload out wide. He's going to be just in the field of play for the youngster Lancaster. He's come off the bench. Ireland able to rip that ball back. The ball's loose. Maurice Longbottom might have just jumped on that. They're going to have to go upstairs and check this one out. But they might have just about done it. They're going to have to check this one. Find out what happened all in quick succession as well. It was pretty hard to follow. And Longbottom, yeah. I think he's got that. Go on and get it as well. Shackle Draggers. I've never heard that saying. Cotton candy is American, I believe. Yeah. It's like a corn dog or a hot dog. I always thought a hot dog and a corn dog were the same thing, but apparently they're slightly different. Watch out for those Aussies. It looks like cotton threads. Awful stuff, spun sugar. And all right, mate, we're ready to go. Here's Ezra there, right? Australia sitting 10-0. Maurice Longbottom now with the tough kick from the sideline to try and nail. Deep breaths taken, and he is unsuccessful. It's gone away to the right-hand side. So here's the player who normally takes them from the right, and then on the left, we normally see Dietrich Roach as the kicking option. But Lancaster's done extremely well to keep his feet actually in the field of play. And then it was a loose ball for the Irish, who were then conceded against. Have we got the try? Well, who got the try for Ireland? No, Ireland didn't get the try for Australia. And then Maurice Longbottom was the man who managed to get it. Now, Jordan Conroy, first touch for him. It's taken 4 minutes for them to find it out wide. Have a hat trick yesterday, Jordan Conroy. Now, McNulty getting back up to his feet, tries to go again. Rather than the offload, they decide to let Matthew McDonald play that one as half. Almost going through. I think if he had backed his pace there, we might have seen a line break for Hugo Lennox, but instead they decide to go for the kicking behind all Aussie at the moment, says Kaino. In fact, the majority of the games for the quarterfinals have been dominated with one side having the possession, and I feel like the only game that slightly changed that was actually the matchup between Great Britain and New Zealand. Does the winner play New Zealand? They certainly do. Now it's going to be the big man, Henry Patterson. Good fend right into the face of Billy Dardis. Now Lancaster uses that one quickly, goes to the right-hand side. Turner to Longbottom, and he'll score the try. Brilliant work from Maurice Longbottom there. Does the winner play? Oh, no, I read that one, didn't I? And I was like, nah, yeah, says Ezra. But another one for Maurice Longbottom. A one-sided affair at the moment between these two sides. Great work. Just a breakdown somewhere where Ireland are trying their best to get that turnover, but they just don't quite seem like they've been able to get it yet. And Australia just dominating position, having a lot more territory as well, making it tricky. Longbottom this time. Got some good distance on that one. It goes over. Brilliant kick from the sideline, and that will make the score now 17-0 for the Australians. It's looking like it's going to be a Trans-Tasman semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. And then on the other side, it would be Ireland versus Great Britain if it does continue the way that it is. It's going to be kicked off high, well taken near the touchline. Young Irish winger. Missing Terry Kennedy, though, that is for sure. But he's actually signed for an Australian provincial club, I believe. We did hear when he was in the Sydney Sevens, go Aotearoa, and also the AFL Too Good. Says Ezra, and go Australia. Nice run from Ireland, though, this time, making it up the middle. It's going to be Niall Comerford, his first carry as well. Now our wide, Jordan Conroy, covered well by Henry Patterson, just stalled. And now running Jordan Conroy, too good. Goes around Australia, making them run in circles, and Conroy scores for the Aussies. He's certainly continuing his great form. 15 seconds left in the first half of this contest. Always New Zealand and Australia, I swear, says Kano. And nice try. Stuff them boys, New Zealand. Yeah, very nicely done. Conroy just, when he tried to stop, he pretty much dug the heels in and literally sent just it flying. And poison, our team has been poisoned. Says Joseph, have they? What are they had in LA? Did they eat the cotton candy, Joseph? Is that what's happened? And first semi-final, Argentina versus Fiji. Second semi-final, New Zealand versus hopefully Australia. Says Viniana. So in all Southern Hemisphere semi-finals, by the sounds of it, could be on the cards. Nice kick-off. Ireland taking that one well again. Hugo Lennox claiming that. Australia with Roach. Yeah, he gets the penalty. Is it dry or still wet? So it is quite dry out there at the moment. The ground still is pretty soft from yesterday. So there's not much slide, but there's more grip than there was But they've done pretty well to drain the field, the amount of moisture that was away. Now, Patterson again. Oh, bit of a slip for Maurice Longbottom. And also, we have got there the woman commentator is shouting too much. Says Annoy. She's probably very excited that we've got play taking place. People might say that I shout too much as well. Henry Patterson goes through, scores the try, and that's the fourth for the Australians. And another try, Australia says Peter Stowers. Although I think the big difference is my microphone, I believe I've got it so that it adjusts automatically for how loud I am, whereas their microphones are probably a little bit more manual. That might be the big difference. Henry Patterson again doing extremely well. And you can see the frustration on the Irish side's face here. Kick is going to be successful as well. So the score at halftime 24 points to 7. I believe it's semi in LA. Says Annoy there. And then I guess on the other side of the thing, you could say the Six Nations 5th to 8th place playoff, but seeing as GB are all as one, it doesn't really work, does it? Cotton Candy, slow Usain Bolt down, says Fleshin. Yeah, I don't think I've had it in over a decade. Something that I never got behind in terms of ever having was the multicolored popcorn. Did you guys ever used to have that at like a fair or anything like that? While we are at halftime, we've got a bit of time to discuss, but I'll read through the stats while you guys are answering that. 4 tries for the Australians, 5 visits to the opposition 22, and 1 try for the Irish with just their 1 visit. We've seen 3 offloads from the Australians. Ireland have missed 8 tackles, though. And yeah, the movie says annoying. Ireland could still win this. And what time is the semis, Mr. Hamish? Says Viniana. So the semi-finals will be taking place. Argentina versus Fiji is at 11:14. New Zealand versus the winner of this game will be at 11:36. And then also another game that I know will intrigue quite a few people. Samoa taking on South Africa. That game will be on at 10:30 a.m. New Zealand time. And we are going to be covering that one on the channel as well. Yeah, that will be the next game that we've got that we are covering. We'll cover that one. Then we will be covering Argentina versus Fiji and New Zealand versus the winner. Yeah, what about toffee apples? Awful, says Flesh. And yeah, I've never been able to get behind toffee apples either. Mainly because I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the taste is all right, but I feel like it's more of the annoyance. Like if you want an apple, eat an apple. If you want toffee, have toffee. But combining the two feels like it's a like teeth breaker waiting to happen. Because you think, oh yeah, this is a soft bit of apple. No, toffee, bang. Dentist. Come on, Samoa, says Kano. Vanaka, Mr. Hamish, looking forward to the semis, says Viniana. And then I should also mention that the 5th place playoff game will be at 1:31 p.m. New Zealand time, the bronze final at 1:58 p.m., and then the final is at 2:28. So that is in about 6 hours' time. That will be taking place. Kicked off high again. We are back underway for the second half. Australia once again in position. Lancaster hits it up. Penalty straight away to the Australians. Quick tap taken by Josh Turner. Will you think Will Warbrick could have made the ABs? Not sure. Is he Scottish? He's got a Scottish accent, doesn't he? And also, we have got there Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. Choose a one, says Willem. Well, it's a tricky one because, like, Jake has been doing a lot of training. That is one thing for certain. Tommy's got the reach advantage and does have the, I guess, the, what's it called? The title of professional boxer. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm intrigued to see who actually manages to take it out. It's actually happening at the moment, isn't it? The prelims are on currently. Now, nice work from Maurice Longbottom. Go Australia, go, says Viniana. Now Dietrich Roach almost going through. And fair dinkum, I don't think Ireland can win this game, says Peter Stowers. Now, Maurice Longbottom again, looking for the cross kick. It's wide open out to Henry Patterson. Receives that one nicely. Trying to step through. It's gone through the hands of one of the Australians, but Maurice Longbottom has been able to clean it up. And he was in New Zealand Sevens at Olympics. I went to the Storm. Wide it goes in Dietrich Roach. They've got another try, the Australians. They're scoring for fun. Making it look very easy at the moment. It's 29 points to 27. Dietrich Roach would yet again another try in LA. I should mention that this is the last half that we are doing until the semi-final slash the 10:30 match. Give me the USA time for the semi-final. So I can't give you the exact USA time in terms of knowing my time zones, but I can tell you in how many hours it is taking place. So it is going to be taking place in about 2 hours, 25 minutes, the first semi-final, somewhere around there. So about 2 hours, 15. We will have it scheduled on the channel as well. I'd say it's over. Says Kano. Yeah, I think Ireland won't quite be able to fight back from this 31 points to 7. Now, Lennox. I'd like to see them score another try, though. That Conroy one was an entertaining one. Probably best try of the game, to be fair to him. But it's just they haven't done it enough. Now, another step. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup this year, says Willem? I mean, it's nice to see that there's so many sides who have a great chance. For me, it's one of the following. New Zealand, South Africa, France, or Ireland. One of those sides that are on the same side of the quarterfinal draw. Nice run from Lancaster. Oh, he keeps it in. And it might have been a knock on in the process. Did he stop it? I think he might have. Okay, they're going upstairs, though, just in case. Hey, it is Ireland fair play and creates to Australia. Here's Ezra. Yeah, no, he's dropped that. See, as a player, you just go to the ref, I've dropped it. Because he just threw the ball at the line. So surely he's allowed to go over and say, ref, yeah, no, it's no try. You don't have to check it upstairs. Going to be Ireland scrum feed now. Australia looking to try and put on like 50 points here in this game. And Ireland, if they're not careful, they may end up conceding 1 or 2 more tries. 5 meters out from their line. Sinbin power play. 1 try, 1 line break, and a score difference of +7 for the Australians. Mark Roach puts the ball in. And nope. The referee says that's a little bit too shaky. Time is off again. Okay, stand up. I've already told you, says the Irish referee. And also, we have got there. Thanks, bro, says Sarin. No worries at all. I just want to say you are a nice guy, and I'm from South Africa. But don't support them. I'm an All Blacks fan. There's quite a few people living in South Africa who do support the All Blacks. Which region of South Africa are you from, Willem? I think they mentioned that in Cape Town, there's quite a big All Blacks contingency of people who quite like New Zealand. Now, nice run down the wing from Andrew Smith. Passes off to McNulty. Now another offload taking place. Bit of a counter ruck coming from the Australian. Not able to get it. Kept Crusaders. And just hopping in to check out the Sevens action, says Mr. Novel Bro. Welcome back, mate. You are doing very well. Currently, Australia looking like they're going to make it a Trans-Tasman semi-final up against New Zealand in a few hours' time. And now Andrew Smith does get taken out late. They might have to have a look at that one. But now they say play on. Josh Turner now going off with the bounce pass. Another step. And the penalty goes the way of Australia. It's either Australia or New Zealand who will win the World Cup, says Peter Stowers. And it's to do with fears in South Africa. So they have no trust in sports bodies, says Ezra. Going to be the young number 25 who had his hands on the ball for a little bit, Sargent. But then Dietrich Roach was like, nah, I've got this one. During the Irish game, Archie was going to tell the ref he knocked on over the line. Hansen appeared to stop him, says Joseph. Yeah, see, like, it's weird, isn't it? Because it saves so much time. But I don't know, did Mac Hansen think that Archie had still half a chance of putting it down? Like, Archie would have known himself if he had lost it completely. Missed tackles, 8 from Ireland in this game. It just hasn't been the best match that we have seen them play. In fact, it's probably been one of their worst matches in a while, which sounds harsh to say, but it just hasn't been looking too flash at the moment. for Ireland. Now, Dietrich Roach again, find the offload to Josh Turner, wrestled down. Like I've said, lost James Turner earlier due to the injury. Another run. Nice inside ball. Nathan Lawson, stolen out the back by McNulty. Gets it to Roach. And now, Ireland inside of the Australian 22. This is a good chance, but Australia on the ball again. Get the turnover. And they've just been extremely efficient in managing to snap that ball up at any opportunity that they get. I mean, very impressive indeed. Kicking this one for touch. It does look like this time the young number 25 Sargent has put this ball into touch. Only 80 seconds left in this match now. So, the semi-finals, I think it's safe to say that Ireland have lost this match. So, the semi-finals will be Fiji versus Argentina, followed by New Zealand versus Australia. Does South Africa still have quotas at underage levels? I would have no idea. And Vanaka, Mr. Hamish, hope you'll have a good break before next commentary. So, looking forward to the semi, says Viniana. Yeah, I think I'll scull some water so that my voice doesn't completely disappear. It's getting close to that stage of maybe my voice not quite lasting, but theoretically, we've only got another maybe 6 live streams maximum, minimum probably about 4 live streams. So we should be all right. Hopefully, the voice lasts for another couple hours and we will be all good. Now, Ireland once again with this ball just inside of the Aussie half. They've got 18 seconds left on the clock. Try and get themselves a little bit of a consolation try. Another good step. Roach wrestled down. Good counter ruck from the Australians, forcing them backwards. Still back now with McNulty. 3 seconds left on the clock. Another step from Jordan Conroy. Hit by Dietrich Roach. Siren sounds. They've got the advantage here as well for the Irish. They don't want to give up. They want one more. Get into the double figures. Good fend there from Andrew Smith. Late shot on him. He's actually done brilliantly in the takedown defense. Still trying to grab him. Whoever that was, one of the Australian players trying to play a little bit dirty. I think that was actually Lawson. Andrew Smith kicks it in behind. That's the second time he's gone for a grubber and been taken out afterwards. Now, Australia kicking it into touch. That will be the end of the match. We decide Winchester and at Super Rugby think they do Springboks is transformation. And I have school tomorrow and watch the rugby, says Willem, and Oz played okay. Spun it around a lot, says Hanoi. So yeah, them up against New Zealand will be an intriguing semi-final. And yeah, not too far away at all. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all at 10:30 for the matchup between Samoa and South Africa. But I will see you all for the next one.